Hi guys, Candace Jones here today. I'm a little early compared to the last couple of nights when I've been doing a video. I realized it's Friday evening and I was sitting around thinking I would do a video at 8, and there's just so much fun going on downtown that I really want to get out and go to Art Walk and see my friend Ashley Chappa, who was on the other night, talking to me about meal planning, and she's gonna be doing a lot of cool things at the Art Walk as well. So I'm gonna get out and enjoy the evening. But I can't forget about my people, and so I'm here. Today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is juicing and smoothies, and kind of just like which one's better and just how you may incorporate them into your lifestyle, because it's one of the easiest things that you can do and one of the most tastiest ways to add in the fruits and vegetables to make it just an everyday routine that you do. Now, to just kind of start out, we're going to start with juicing. Let me 1 second make sure that I have my thing up on my computer so I can see if people ask me questions. And I have no idea. Let's see. Let's refresh it. Okay. Cool. See it. Okay, hi again. So, many of you guys probably already know that I'm just like a big juicing junkie. I always recommend it to my clients because I just know of the healing properties and the way it helps the body overall and on a cellular level. So just to kind of start out, main difference between juicing and smoothies. You use a juicer to juice the foods, you use a blender to blend the food, right, for making smoothies. With a juice, you're basically separating the main fiber into the pulp. So you're extracting all the basically water content to make the juice. So one main thing. By doing this, you're getting a larger amount of food. So it can be a little pricier that way. That's why a lot of people may have complaints saying that juicing is more expensive. It is a little bit more pricey, but when you look at the comparison of what it's doing to your body, it's a major plus in how it can improve your health in the long run. Especially if you already are having digestive issues or any sort of ailment, literally the list is endless as far as what it helps to heal. So one thing is that you can't necessarily live on juicing alone. There are times where you could go on a juice fast, and I mean the max you would want to do for that would be even 60 to 90 days. That's more on the extreme fasting side, but it's great for quick energy. You're getting almost like a shot of a burst. To me, is better than Red Bull in the sense of, because you're getting just a great burst of energy because when you're you've taken out all the fiber, right? So your body really doesn't have to digest the food. It literally just goes right to the cells, and that's what you want. That's what your body needs to actually function and to move into you're feeding your brain, right? You're getting your cells exactly what it needs. So let's see. So one main difference though too is you don't want to juice the mushy foods or let's say certain foods like banana or avocado or dates or even nuts. Though you want to stick with more foods that are high water content. That way you're getting the highest, I guess, result from the juice, right? You're getting the most out of it. One example of just kind of like how much food you might be able to get is just like, for instance, I might juice to make like a 32 ounce. This is my smoothie jar. I just had a delicious smoothie. To get like a 32 ounce juice, you might do like, I might do like one big like 5-pound package of like spinach. I might do almost like a half a head of celery. I might do 2 lemons, like 3 apples, get into some of the herbs and do like parsley, and like in one sitting, I would never be able to eat all that food. And yet when you're taking out all the hard to digest part, like the fiber, and making it into a juice that your body just rapidly digests quickly and loves to use. 2 different kinds of juicers. There's one that's called a centrifugal, and the other kind is a masticating or like a slow juicer. And what I have here, let's see if we can turn it around a little bit. Okay, so this is my Breville juice fountain, and then this is just my Ninja system. And I'm pretty old school. Like I don't like, I'm kind of starting off right now. We're a single income family right now, so I've started out with the basics. And you know what? I know there's a lot of people just out like me out there that you don't have the money to spend on a $300 juicer or blender or whatnot, and that's like perfectly okay. The Breville is a great starting juicer. I would probably go up a little bit to where, like, I'll show you. I pretty much, my juicer, if you can see, it pretty much like keeps the pulp in up top, and then like the juice comes out on the side. And I wouldn't recommend a juicer like that. There are other juicers where the pulp comes out this one side and then the juice like goes out the other side. And that way you can actually juice more in one sitting. If I'm making like one big juice that I want to last for the day or even to have for the next day, I would have to like clean out the pulp because otherwise it gets like too much and it almost like overflows. And also like the container itself is pretty small. So yeah, so just from my experience, like I got this juicer it's about $80, $90. If you're looking for like great discounts, check your local like Craigslist. Even there's 2 sites, it's more apps. There's one called Let Go and another one called Offer Up. And those are actually 3 great resources to find used juicers that people are pretty much giving away, because a lot of people buy them. They go like crazy into like gung-ho, like want to be juicing for life, and then they just kind of like forget about it, like many people do with certain kitchen appliances. You buy it like a bread maker or whatnot and use it, and you know, you just don't use it. So going on these sites, I've bought a couple of them for clients. I'll buy extra and like, because I know I can get a great deal and give them to my clients to use, because I just think it's such a great resource in jump-starting your health journey. So like I said, I've bought $200 juicers for like $20 on these sites. So you just never know. And you know, if you see one, obviously like just do your research. Just see, you know, go on the internet and just see what recommendations. Amazon's a good one because you can see the reviews of people that are actual real reviews that people have used. So that's just my recommendation. Now, I would love to actually move up. My next stage, or my eyes are set on a different juicer that I think would be better for the long run. So a masticating juicer Oh, actually, I didn't really tell you what this is. A centrifugal juicer. Okay, so centrifugal meaning goes round and round and round. So it's more high speed. So you might be you're getting a little bit more oxygen into the food. Meaning, sorry, my nose itches. That's attractive. So it spins round and round and round, and that's how you're getting the juice. But you're putting a little bit of oxygen into the food, meaning it dies quicker, right? Like oxygen to apple, right? It'll start turning colors. Well, when you're using a masticating juicer, it basically like blends it or like squinches it and just crushes it and just kind of does every which way of moving around to get the juice out. And so you're left with drier pulp, and it takes a slower amount of time. So, which is okay. Like you just kind of have to cut up your food a little bit more because you want to use smaller pieces. So it's a little bit more of a process for some people that are just like newly into juicing and want to like just do it quickly and get it done. So as far as a recommendation, like Green Star is a good one that I'm looking for buying myself. So if anyone wants to donate to the cause, hey, Christmas is around the corner. But yeah, so those are like the two main types, I think. And so I think I pretty much like narrowed it down. The main thing though too I'd like to kind of point out is that, you know, if you do have some blood sugar issues that you already know about, I would recommend just staying away from a lot of the fruits in the beginning, like as far as juicing is concerned. I like using a lot of vegetables with my juicing because you know, like you can take out the fiber, but again, like the sugar is a little different. So I would do like, as far as fruits are concerned, like again, if I'm saying this, if you already have blood sugar concerns, because as you start healing your body, and I recommend fruits as a high staple in your diet. So don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to stay away from fruits. I'm telling you actually almost the opposite. But when juicing is concerned, I would kind of keep it on a level playing field. I wouldn't go hard with like apple juice or just grape juice right away, because you will see a small spike in your sugar level. So you just have to be careful. That's really what I'm trying to say, is just be careful, be cognizant of what's happening. So yeah, even a little story, just kind of going on a side note. My father was pretty much diagnosed with type 2 diabetes a few years ago, after kind of like yelling at him and like pushing him to go to the doctor because I knew he was having some health issues. It was quite apparent. And he went to the doctor, and of course, yeah, they said he had type 2 diabetes. He was having a hard time dealing with blood sugar. And at that time, I didn't quite know a whole lot of what I do now, as far as even just using fruits to heal. But I did my research. I was pretty much vegan at that time, and I knew the problems with basically animal fats and animal proteins in your diet, and how it linked to a lot of heart disease and heart problems and blood sugar problems. So what we did was actually what many people, or even a lot of the health, I should say the allopathic health community recommends, is actually a like low sugar diet and more protein, even like fats. And we actually went the opposite. I did a lot of studying at that time. Again, it was a couple of years ago, so I wasn't as experienced as I am now. But again, it was my father. Like, I was, you know, committed to doing everything I could to help him. And so we went about going basically on a cleanse, so to speak, for my father, in the sense of going strict without any sort of animal protein, animal fat. He went on the opposite of what, again, most people would recommend. We went into as much fruit as you want, as much like vegetables as you want. He did eat grains. He ate very like low glycemic grains. But to like keep my story short, and you know, the 3 months that we were working, he lost like 40 pounds. We checked his blood sugar pretty much daily, kept a journal so that we could see the changes. And you know, within 3 months, he was, again, he lost 40 pounds. He was caddying for me at the time, so he was getting a lot of exercise. But it was very much diet related, because we met with our friends up in Oregon who are pharmacists, and we had his blood sugars tested with them, and they're like, you are no longer diabetic. So he went to the doctor, obviously, when we came back, and it's true. So just my little like story, and I think it's just awesome to kind of show that you like don't stay away from the fruits, don't stay away from the sugars necessarily, because that is the energy and life force that our body needs to stay alive and actually do what it's meant to do as far as healing our cells from the cellular level. So back to my topic of juicing and smoothings. Let's see if I have any questions. Oh, okay. So again, like the main difference between juicing and smoothies, right? Like with smoothies, you are still getting a lot of the pulp and the fiber, which is very important. We need that to maintain more of a meal, right? You need fiber in your life. It is less concentrated. So if you're talking about volume differences, you definitely can have a much larger amount of food for juicing than it would be for smoothies, because you're still you're using exactly the same food that you put into the blender, right? So, but you're still getting you're getting the seeds, you're getting what am I thinking of? Goodness, I've just totally lost my mind. Anyway, so you're getting the whole amount of the food, you're getting it in its entirety. So you could potentially live on smoothies if you would want to. I particularly love having smoothies for meals, say for breakfast or even dinners. It really doesn't matter. It's just kind of whatever my body's kind of telling me, or if I'm just looking for something light, I definitely go for my light meals as smoothies. You still consume significantly less food than if you were chewing it on itself, right? Because you still are blending it up. So you're giving your body a break just by pre-digesting it, which is chewing. You're literally chewing the food before you digest it. So that's a great help to your system, because a lot of us feel lethargic or even sick after certain meals because our body's just still having to digest the food. We don't sit down as a society, as I talked about in my intuitive eating video a couple of nights ago. We don't sit down to properly chew the food, and therefore we're not properly digesting the food. And so what is it in there for? My thing is it's just your body has to do something with it, right? Your body needs, you have to digest it, and you have to basically get it into mush, because your body needs the nutrients, right? It can't really use blocks of food when it goes down into your your stomach. It literally just kind of mushes it around a little bit, tries to extract whatever it can from that. And then, I mean, then you have a hard time eliminating it. Where a lot of us are constipated, right? That has a big issue for what you're eating, but also how you're eating the food. So a big thing of, main thing, juicing and smoothie, they both help in the sense of pre-digesting the food. And again, like, juicing is the ultimate as pre-digested because you're literally taking all the fiber out. And then the next step is smoothies, as far as just being, again, like an overall substitute for a meal that you actually might sit down and eat. You could pretty much blend any kind of food. My recommendations is to keep it as simple as possible. A lot of people go kind of crazy with the different types of ingredients or amount of ingredients. I would keep it to maybe like 3 or 4. Or keep it on a single like hand kind of amount. For instance, like today I had a really good chocolate smoothie for my I guess early dinner snack, whatever you want to call it. And tonight I actually had a smoothie for breakfast as well. So that was papaya, banana, and frozen strawberries. I used about 3 bananas and, gosh, maybe 3/4 of a cup of papaya and about the same in frozen strawberries. And it was absolutely delicious. And so that was all I needed. I put a little water in it to get it some liquid. But tonight I used coconut milk as my base, and then again 2 bananas. I use Garden of Life protein powders. I support their overall line as far as they have a lot of like probiotics and green powders that that you can add in. And so I actually did that as well. I added their chocolate green powder with this, and I did to give it a little bit more chocolate flavor. I used a little bit of a tablespoon of cacao, and then on top I used cacao nibs. And if you're not familiar with what cacao is simply cocoa, but it's the unprocessed form, so it's definitely unsweetened. So if you're not used to it, it has a little bit more of a bitter taste, but I absolutely love it now. So I'm definitely used to it, and it tastes great. Here's my son Jeffrey. Say hi. Jeffrey is definitely a fan of my juicing. If you haven't, I do post a lot of pictures with him in them because I want to definitely show that kids do actually like fruits and vegetables, and he actually they love them. They're very big into fruits because that's what we're naturally meant to have, right? So as far as, which one is best, I think they have a place, both have a place in your life. As you said, or as I just said, smoothies are more of a meal. So if you're looking for something, 1 second. I apologize. I'll be right back, my friends. Nothing like a little Paw Patrol to keep them occupied for a few more minutes. So, as I was saying, they both have a time and place in our diets. I use juicing in the morning. Sometimes I'll even breakfast is literally called breaking your fast, right? So, a lot of times to kind of ease into the morning, I might have a juice or along with like some water or whatnot. But I might have juice to start my day. Or if I'm having something light as well, like I might have my avocado toast that I absolutely enjoy. So I might add that together. Or it might be something that I just make to have in between meals as I'm running around to give me that spike of energy that I feel like, honestly, it makes me feel just so alive when I have a freshly made juice. And if you're having issues with energy, especially like, you know, if you're craving that caffeine, or if you're craving that sugary drink that you have to have, start juicing, guys. Like, it's amazing how good you'll feel. So as far as blending or making smoothies, again, those are great for light dinners. I was thinking about this earlier, and I wrote to some of my friends or some of my clients that are doing the cleanse with me this week or the next couple of days. Sorry, I have flies in my house. It annoys me. But there's something about feeling light. Some people have a hard time, especially if they have just like a smoothie. First of all, I want you to make sure that you're like still listening to your body and consuming enough of a smoothie. You want to make it big enough that you're eating enough, right? But some people might drink it and still feel like not content because maybe they've been overeating beforehand and they're so used to feeling absolutely stuffed, or maybe even is feeling weighed down. That's the main thing that I've noticed is as I've gone, I guess, into a lighter eating lifestyle. Like, a lot of my meals are, my husband jokes with me, but he's like, those are not like meals. Like, you're not, like, they're all like snack foods. And he has some time to like catch on with what I'm doing, but to say the least. But yeah, a lot of times my meals are not just meals. Like, I do eat smaller, I guess, snacks throughout the day. And that's okay. Like, I honestly don't feel hungry at all. Yeah, people are probably like rolling their eyes at me right now. Like, whatever. Like, I'm always hungry. But no, like, seriously, when I was playing golf, or even more on a serious, strict, clean eating diet, where they recommend eating every 2 to 3 hours and you had to eat protein and a fat and a carb, I was always hungry. Like, no joke. Like, I guess it's like you're training your body to be hungry every 2 hours, but I was starving every 2 hours. And then now, ain't my puppy. My husband's home. And now I definitely don't. I don't have that hunger like I used to. So I just invite y'all to think about when you feel like you're too light, or you don't have the meat or a heavy enough meal to make you feel like you ate something, if that makes any sense. Just think about why that may be. You know, is it an emotional thing? Like, do you feel like you need that grounding to feel like you ate? Just something to think about. If that's the case, I invite y'all to start journaling. It's, again, something that I said in my intuitive eating video that really helped me in the long run is to somehow like get out your emotions in some healthy manner. Now, emotions, as I said too, is they're acidic. There's four main things that causes acids in the body. It's food, it's water, what you're drinking, it's what you're putting on your body, the environment, what you're the air you're breathing, And then also your thoughts and emotions cause acids in the body. So you have to get them out, or they create stagnation in your body. They literally hurt you on a cellular level, and that's where a lot of people have disease. It's the basis of it. And so you have to find a way to get it out. Get it on paper. If exercising is your thing, go beat up a punching bag, whatever it is, to get yourself healthy again. We have a lot of commotion going on right now, but I'm gonna just like keep on going. Like, no one comes to my house, and all of a sudden the bell rings. Crazy. So that's what you get when you go live, right? So you just gotta have to deal with it. But yeah, so I invite y'all to really get in with your emotions and, you know, find healthy ways to dealing with, you know, how you're eating. And if you're still craving things, like, are you craving it? Are you really craving the food? Or are you craving love? Are you craving creativity? Are you craving are you bored? Are you craving, you know, excitement? Or just, you know, are you tired? You know, just think about that. I know that I've, again, gone off topic, but it's just where my mind goes, and something that I really feel that might hit home with some of the people watching this. So again, I love you guys for all watching it, especially my mom. Hi, Mom. she's like, I've been like waiting around for your video to come on, and I'm like, thanks. My one live person. But anyways, if you're in the Corpus area, I shall be going to Art Walk this evening because I need to get out of this house and go venture out and see this beautiful city that I live in. So thank you again for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, share with friends and family that you know would benefit from what I've advised or commented on, and give my page a thumbs up. Like, I really would appreciate all the love and support that you guys can bring to me. And I will see you next Monday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and much love and appreciation, guys. Bye.